Welcome to this GiftWorks quick video. My name is Jonathan Lehman. This video is part of a video series on understanding how GiftWorks can be configured to work with QuickBooks. This particular video is on connecting GiftWorks and QuickBooks. It's an overview of the necessary steps that are required to configure GiftWorks to work with QuickBooks, and I'll be explaining the various configuration options and how they impact the posting process. Now, this video is not an overview of accounting principles. Our expectation is that you would come with that knowledge, or if not, that you would consult an accounting advisor. If your organization is wanting to automatically post your donations, pledges, and pledge payments to QuickBooks, the first thing that you need to do is go through a process of connecting GiftWorks and QuickBooks, answer some configuration options, and verify that GiftWorks can successfully communicate with QuickBooks. That's what I'm going to be demonstrating in this video. Let's start by signing in. I'll go to the settings area, go to this accounting section, and I'll click on Configure GiftWorks to work with QuickBooks. This is going to take us through a wizard process, which confirms that GiftWorks can connect to QuickBooks and asks us to set some configuration options. This first page is an introduction page, and while I'm sitting on this page, I'm going to go over a couple of things that are important to understand. The first important thing to understand is you must have QuickBooks installed and running on the same computer that you're running GiftWorks. You may have your QuickBooks company file hosted on a network server, similar to how you can have a GiftWorks database hosted on a network server that's shared by your organization, but you must have the QuickBooks application itself running on the same computer as GiftWorks. It's also important to understand what versions of QuickBooks that GiftWorks can work with. QuickBooks works with the desktop versions of QuickBooks, the Pro and Premier versions, 2005 through 2009, including the Canada and UK versions. If you have a different desktop version, different than the ones I mentioned, it may still work with GiftWorks. We just have not tested those versions. So if you have a different desktop version, we'd recommend that you try going through the configuration process and posting, and if it works, you should be good to go. The QuickBooks Simple Start version does not support integrating with third-party applications like GiftWorks, so GiftWorks will not work with QuickBooks Simple Start, and GiftWorks also does not work with any of the QuickBooks Online versions. On this page, the introduction page, kind of an overview. It talks to you about what you should do before you begin this process. One of the things that we strongly advise is that you read the guide, Configuring GiftWorks to work with QuickBooks. This goes through different examples based on the situation for your organization, maybe whether you're new to GiftWorks or maybe you've been using GiftWorks but new to QuickBooks. So we recommend you read that guide. We also recommend that you back up GiftWorks, just to be safe, and then also we provide you a link that shows you how to back up your QuickBooks company file in case you're not familiar with how to do that. Now, there's not a lot that gets updated during this configuration process, but it is a safeguard in case you just want to return everything the way it was prior to going through this configuration option. You can. So once you've done that, you verified you read the guide, you click and verify I've backed up GiftWorks, and click and verify that you've backed up QuickBooks. You can click Next. The first thing you need to do is you need to set your QuickBooks company file. Each GiftWorks database can be associated with one and only one QuickBooks company file. So just how you can have multiple GiftWorks databases, you may have multiple QuickBooks company files, but each one can only be associated with one and only one QuickBooks company file. As we explained earlier, you must have GiftWorks installed and running on this machine. But in addition to that, when you go to set the company file, you must have the company file open. So you can see here I have QuickBooks open and I have a company file open. So once you do, the company file that you want to associate with this GiftWorks database, you click the Set GiftWorks Company File. You will be prompted 4 prompts. It's asking you to verify that you want GiftWorks to be allowed to work with this QuickBooks company file. You obviously don't want to say no, because then you would not be allowed to. You don't want to say prompt every time, because you would get this prompt every time. You can really answer options 3 or 4. We recommend option 3, that yes, whenever this QuickBooks company file is open. So when you take this option, it will require that whenever you're posting transactions, you would have QuickBooks running on this machine and you would have your QuickBooks company file open. You can choose the last option, which does not require you to have QuickBooks running. It needs to be still needs to be installed on this machine. You do not need to have it running when you're posting, and you would need to have the company file open. That option is a little bit slower. So we recommend this third option because that way we would think that most cases you'd want to have it open anyway, because you want to verify the results of your posting after you're done. So we recommend the third option. You click Continue. You would just ask to confirm that. Once you do that, you come back to GiftWorks, and it shows you that it is now, this GiftWorks database is now associated with this QuickBooks company file. You click Next, verifies the connection again. When you're first configuring with QuickBooks, it asks you to go through account and class setup. Basically, this is a process where you're going to link existing accounts in GiftWorks to your accounts in QuickBooks, and you're also going to be able to import additional accounts and import classes. So I click on that complete process. It brings me up a dialog which kind of reviews the steps it's going to go through. It gives me another link to the reference guide. I'll click Next. The first thing it does is that when you set up a new GiftWorks database, so if you've never worked with accounts in your database, you have these 6 default accounts. These are the 6 default accounts that ship with GiftWorks. It tries to match, based on name, match these accounts to existing accounts in QuickBooks. You can see it if I go into QuickBooks. I have a pledge receivables account in QuickBooks. So that's why this pledge receivables here shows in green. It actually linked it up. These other ones, it didn't find an account named cash, so I need to click on this link, and I need to tell it what QuickBooks account I want to associate with that. When I do that, it's going to update. When I click Save and Continue, it will update that account name and so forth to match the account name and number in QuickBooks. Each of these links will only show me the accounts that are relevant for that type, whether they're income or asset. So this will only show me asset accounts. I'm just picking the different accounts. Once I've linked all my existing accounts to QuickBooks accounts, I click Save and Continue. I'll change those names to match. I can decide there's additional accounts that are in QuickBooks that I'm going to want to associate with my funds in GiftWorks. So I can choose additional ones. Click Add Accounts. Classes in QuickBooks are used to track expenses and income. You can associate those with funds in GiftWorks. There's a video on managing accounts and funds which goes into more detail about this. But this gives you the ability to import whatever classes you're going to want to use in GiftWorks. So these are existing classes in QuickBooks, and you're importing them into GiftWorks. You click Add Classes. These gray checks just confirm that everything is linked. All your GiftWorks accounts and classes are linked up with QuickBooks classes, and it will keep those in sync. Your last option is, it basically asks you to pick 2 configuration options. It asks you to look at your names in QuickBooks and try to determine how they are generally formatted. If they seem in most cases to match your GiftWorks donor display names, you'd want to check that option. If maybe they don't always seem to match your donor display names, but you know your individuals, when they're individuals or households, that they tend to be in last, first format or first space last format, you would choose one of these options. There's a whole other video that talks about how it matches up GiftWorks donors to customers, which will go into a lot more detail on that. In this case, we'll just pick that option. And then also there's a billing address within QuickBooks, and we give you the option to say whether or not you want the name, when we update or post customers to QuickBooks, whether you want the name to be included. We'll choose that option. Most of the times I think you would want that. You click Finish, asking you to confirm. In this case, you'd want to go in and you'd want to edit your GiftWorks funds. There's a whole other video again on that that describes that. Managing accounts and funds, which we'd encourage you to watch. But for each of one of these now, you would want to associate with the particular class that you wanted. And now that you imported all the accounts, you might want to pick different accounts based on the accounts that you set up during your configuration process. So once you've finished with your fund configuration, click Yes, you're done. You've set up all your funds the way you want them. You've associated your funds with the accounts that you imported. You would now be ready to post. One thing that's important to understand is you would want to go through this configuration process the first time before you post, but it's also important that any time you would change any of the accounts that you're currently linking to your GiftWorks accounts, anytime you change the name or change something, the name or the number about those in QuickBooks, you're going to want to go through the configuration process again so it can re-link those accounts. And if you forget that when you go through the post process, it will tell you that you need to go through that configuration process. Also, if you would add any additional accounts that you want to import, you would need to go through that configuration process to do that. We hope this video has been helpful in understanding the process of how you configure GiftWorks to work with QuickBooks. We encourage you to watch the additional videos which go into more detail on accounts and funds and how names are matched, and also the posting process to QuickBooks. Thank you for watching this video.